And good morning, basketball fans, and welcome to another edition of Henley Basketball this morning on 104.3 and 960 Sports with free video this morning on mybasin.com. It is day 2 of the 70th Yreka Invitational, and here in the consolation semifinals, the Henley Hornets are taking on the Red Bluff Spartans. A rough start for the season for Henley yesterday after a 58-31 loss to Orland. That was at noon yesterday, placed them in this game against Red Bluff, who lost yesterday in a close one against Yreka, 62-60. So here we are in the consolation semifinals with a chance to play for a 5th place prize coming up tomorrow. We'll give you details on the entire tournament, take a look at each of these teams as we continue your brief pregame coverage from down here in Yreka inside Minor Gym. Josh Eldridge with you for Henley Basketball in just a few minutes.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
the pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Seems like I've been away forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coltwell Banker, where home begins.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the deal you've been waiting for. The Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels. Plus, every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Because nobody stands by their tires like we do. It's a better deal on better tires with the best service in the business. Get more from Les.
Josh Eldridge back with you from Yreka, California for the 70th Yreka Invitational. Today the Henley Hornets getting ready to play the Red Bluff Spartans. Yesterday for Henley, a tough start to the season. They began in the first round of this tournament against Orland and lost 58-31. Some individual bright spots included Micah Ibarra with 12 points. He also had 9 rebounds, made a handful of triples. Henley actually shot the ball well from distance yesterday. Finn Charlton had 3 made triples as well, 11 points for him. Corbin Hamilton had 4 points inside, but was tough on the glass, 5 rebounds, a couple of steals, a block as well. Henley got a handful of contributions from some other players, but mostly Ibarra and Charlton were the bright spots yesterday. Henley ran the offense well. They just had a hard time making shots, and so looking for them to improve upon that today. And they are sent here to the consolation semifinals to meet Red Bluff, who lost a close game yesterday. By my count, the closest game of the tournament thus far, when they lost to Yreka 62-60. And so that is how we get placed here in this game. It's the second year in a row that these teams have squared off on the second day of this tournament. Last year on December 1st, it was the second day of the tournament, Henley played Red Bluff and beat them 51-31. Now, as we said yesterday, this team for Henley is a lot different than last year's team. In fact, the only player returning for Henley who played significant minutes last year is Bryson Montag. He's not in the starting lineup today. He didn't play yesterday. I'll hopefully see him today, but still unsure. And now for this Henley team, just trying to continue to get these reps in, continue to play together. A lot of these guys played summer ball together, but just continuing to get these varsity minutes against a team today who is athletic. They are tall. tall. They've got multiple guys in their starting lineup that are taller than any player that Henley has. So they're going to be up against it today. And I think that they know that. And here in an early tip-off, 9:30, much like I said yesterday, it's going to all be about what you can bring to the gym. There's not many fans to get behind these Hornets here today. I would say, aside from the couple of Yreka classes that we have in attendance today, as far as Henley fans go, 30 maybe, handful more Red Bluff fans. This is an empty gym today, so it's going to be about the intensity that you bring. How can you get out and play defense? And here at 9:30 in the morning, we are definitely going to find out a lot about this Henley Hornets ball club. I'm excited about it. I hope you are too. We've got a full day of basketball today. Later on, the Henley girls play in the semifinals against McKinleyville. Klamath Union girls play against Yreka today. The Klamath Union boys play against Brookings today. It's a full day of basketball down here in Yreka, and glad to be a part of it with you. We'll continue your coverage just a few minutes away from Henley boys tipping off against Red Bluff. We'll get you the starting lineups in just a moment on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account to retirement planning and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Well, just about ready for tip-off this morning in Yreka. Day 2 of the 70th Yreka Invitational. It's a tournament that Henley won last year. But here in the consolation semifinals, they are taking on the Red Bluff Spartans. Want to introduce you to the starting lineups. Our Henley Hornets are the visitors today. They're wearing their yellow uniforms. We'll start with them. And we'll start with the junior, number 12, Reese Schmerbach. Also number 14, the sophomore, Micah Ibarra, pardon me. I got a text yesterday saying that I was messing up Micah's name. I apologize for that. Micah Ibarra in the starting lineup today. Number 22, Finn Charlton, another sophomore. Nolan Mick, a senior in the starting lineup as well. Corbin Hamilton, a sophomore in the starting lineup for Brian Stock's Henley Hornets in his first season. Now let's go ahead and look at the Red Bluff Spartans, who are coached by Darren Nye. He's got the senior, 6-foot-tall Caden Leaf. Giuseppe Garnica, the senior, 5'10". Ryan Ross, a senior, 6'4". Bryce Owens, a junior, 6'3", and Zachary Stevens, a senior, 5'10". Those are the guys in white on your screen if you're watching on mybasin.com. Today's the only game we'll have on the radio today, but it's not the only basketball we'll have on the radio today. The Oregon Tech Lady Owls play tonight at 5:30 against Eastern Oregon. I hear Mike Safford is starting to feel a little bit better, so, well, can't wait to hear you tonight, Saff, up there in LeGrand. But here in Yreka, we are just about to get started between the Henley Hornets and the Red Bluff Spartans. In the circle for Henley is Nolan Mick. And down there for Red Bluff, I believe it's Bryce Owens. And it's going to be the Hornets who won the tip, but Red Bluff, Well, they got the ball right back. With it now is Yreka as the Spartans go from left to right. Yreka firing a pass over to Leaf along the left side. Leaf guarded closely by Charlton. He's going to take a screen going right, trying to find Owens cutting to the rim. Tries to dish it to Ross in the near corner, but the pass goes out of bounds, and Henley defense. It's a bit of a story yesterday. Held the Orland team, which has scored 80 points this season, scored 70 points multiple times last year, held them to just 58 points. Henley was giving effort. They just couldn't make a shot yesterday. And if they can get some of these to fall, hopefully better luck today. Charlton here on the right side. He's going to dish it to Ibarra. Ibarra on the right block is going to find Hamilton. Hamilton driving baseline. Interior pass and a bucket for Nolan Mick and a foul. That's how the Hornets wanted to start this contest today, with a nice inside bucket for Nolan Mick. Yesterday, Mick was not at the top of the leaderboards for the Hornets. In fact, Mick did not score any points. He did collect 3 rebounds, patrolling the inside, and misses his free throw here. So Henley leads 2-0 early with 7:20 to go in the first quarter. Now here's Yreka, throws it over to Leaf on the left side. Leaf guarded well beyond the arc by Charlton. He's going to try to drive left side, going straight to the cup. Blew by Charlton for 2, and Red Bluff ties us at 2 with 7:04 to go in the first quarter. Now trying to return the favor is Schmerbach. High off the glass, won't go, and Red Bluff cleans up the rebound. Here they come. It's going to be Yreka at the perimeter. Throws it over to Leaf. He thought about a three-pointer and then passes it back to Yreka. He'll offer up at distance. Ball misses. It goes out of bounds. Possession should go to the Hornets. Tied up at 2, 6:45 to go in the first quarter. Red Bluff has it underneath their own bucket. Yreka. Pass it to the backcourt. He's going to find Leaf. Leaf trying to find some room on the right side. Gets it over to Stevens. Stevens guarded by Charlton. Going to try to take a screen right. He gets jumped. They get the pass off to Yreka. Yreka now on the right side, guarded by Schmerbach. Between his legs, here he goes. And now it's Mick who jumps him on the switch. Trying to drive inside. Now Leaf has it with 5 to shoot. Straight away. Takes a screen left. Gets rid of it. He's going to throw it over to Stevens. Buzzer 3 won't go. Ball is not going to touch rim. That's a shot clock violation. Henley defense standing tall. Finn Charlton playing a fantastic defense along the perimeter. They've switched him on to all of the guys who've had the ball beyond the arc in the first minute of this game. And so far, the Hornets have had luck with it. Let's see if that continues. Here's Charlton with the ball now along the perimeter. He's going to throw it near side to Schmerbach. Schmerbach has it poked loose, but recollects at half court. Throws it down to Hamilton beyond the arc. He's going to step back for a triple. Back iron won't go, and the rebound is picked up by Leaf. Red Bluff, they are pushing the pace. The Spartans on the inside. Mid-range J is going to bounce around and out. No good for Bryce Owens. Ibarra moving up the floor. Gets it inside to Mick. Back outside to Schmerbach. He's going to throw it to Ibarra. Going to see a right elbow jumper that's true for Finn Charlton. He gives the Hornets a 4-2 lead with 5.5 to go in the first quarter. First points for Charlton today, and he had a couple of triples yesterday. With it now is Owens for Red Bluff. He is going to, I believe, commit a foul. Let's see. Oh, no, they're going to charge this one to Nolan Mick. Mick is the one who ended up on the floor, but I don't think he had positioning when the contact was made. So a defensive foul, and he's going to sub out. In comes Sam Bennett, the junior. Inbounding right in front of us is Leaf. He's going to find Yreka in the backcourt as he crosses the timeline. Yreka hands it off to Leaf along the perimeter, bounces it over to Owens. Owens now to Stevens. Stevens to Leaf. Leaf guarded by Schmerbach, head of the key. Leaf trying to spin around, terminates the dribble, gets rid of it to Yreka about half court. 16 to shoot for the Spartans. Bouncing it down low to Stevens. Stevens trapped down low, tries to get the shot over Bennett, but Bennett fouls him. So, that was Owens who got fouled. So it'll be his first trip to the line. And with a brief pause in the action, Henley a 2-point lead with 5 minutes to go. We'll remind you that today's broadcast is brought to you by Klamath Falls Subaru. Through the Subaru Love Promise and Subaru Share the Love events, Klamath Falls Subaru has donated thousands of dollars to dozens of hometown charities. Comfortable and not corporate at Klamath Falls Subaru. Stop by and say hi. Owens misses his first free throw. Some subs coming in for Red Bluff. We're going to see Eli Hohenberger Senior 6'3" come in for the Spartans. He's the kind of guy who can jump. We saw him in warm-ups. We're also going to see Jonathan Sears, the junior, 5'10". He'll come in at guard. Second free throw banks off the glass and in. A 1-point ball game, 4-3. 4:56 to go in our opening quarter on this morning in the Golden State. Ibarra going to throw it over to Bennett. Now back to Ibarra. He chucks one from distance. Left iron no good. And Red Bluff takes the rebound. They're pushing the pace into the front court quickly. Hohenberger fires a corner three. Front of the rim. That won't go. Also checking in for the Hornets, it's Max Frank. See him out there on the floor too. Here's Ibarra into the front court. Ibarra to Bennett. Bennett now to Schmerbach. Schmerbach on the right wing. He's going to try to get inside the paint. Underhand shovel pass, but he'll travel before he can get it off. And so Red Bluff has got it now. 4:22 to go in the first quarter, and they trail Henley by just one. Here's Garnica. Garnica guarded by Schmerbach. Tries to drive right. Schmerbach tight defense. Gets rid of it over to Sears. Sears splitting up the defense. Underhanded lay-in is in. Red Bluff takes the lead 5-4. 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Here's Ibarra. Ibarra throws it near corner to Schmerbach. Schmerbach tries to cut up the defense. High off the glass, no good. Hamilton battles for the rebound. Actually, it was tipped out of bounds by Caden Leaf. And so the Hornets will keep possession underneath their own basket. Ibarra to inbound. He is going to find Bennett coming off a screen. He tried to bounce it down low to Frank, but it's picked away by Red Bluff. Here's Sears dribbling up to the perimeter, firing a shot, won't go. Rebound picked up by Ibarra. And for a guard, 9 rebounds yesterday. He is active on the glass. Here's Hamilton, a rocket pass down low to Bennett. Tried to find Frank. That won't be a completed pass. He eventually gets the ball back, tried to get an athletic finish at the rim, and too strong on the layup. Here come the Spartans. Spartans throw it ahead to Hohenberger in the far corner. Hohenberger back to Leaf. Ball was tipped as it goes into the backcourt, and the Spartans recollect with 22 to shoot. Here's Garnica. Garnica trying to go right against Schmerbach. He's played good defense so far. Now moving left. Switched onto him is Frank and a takeaway. 2-on-1 on the fast break. Schmerbach stops at the left elbow, tries to get the pass into Frank, and it's taken away by Hohenberger. Bounces it ahead to Sears. Sears on the right block, back to Hohenberger. Trapped inside, and he's fouled on the shot. Again, good effort on defense by the Hornets. Jumping that screen, creating a double team, creating a turnover, having 2-on-1 in transition, but just couldn't make the bucket. You see these things and you see the promise and the potential that these Hornets have when they're able to start getting these shots to fall. Right now trailing by 1, 5-4, with under 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Hohenberger misses his first free throw. Subs coming in for Red Bluff. We're going to see Cooper Sides. I also see Jarrett Bridwell. 5 on the floor for the Hornets. It's Hamilton, Frank, Mick, Ibarra, and Charlton. And here's Hohenberger trying to make it a 2-point game. And that's off the back of the rim, won't go, so it remains 5-4. Although a bit of a press coming out from Red Bluff after that miss. They're going to foul Nolan Mick in the backcourt, and so he will inbound. Red Bluff continuing to show a bit of press here. Inbound pass goes to Ibarra. He bounces it back to Mick, and it looks like Mick is going to be the one to take it across the timeline. Mick tries to get the pass to Ibarra, and does. Ibarra now lofting one down low to Frank. Just too much air under that pass. And incomplete, out of bounds. Here comes Red Bluff the other way. Charlton pressing full court, knocked the ball loose, but Garnica able to recollect. Here's Garnica now into the front court. Garnica passes it back, now over to Sears. Far corner to Hohenberger, fakes left, drives baseline, up with the shot, and his shot bothered by Charlton at the rim. No, pardon me, that was Mick on defense. He's out in transition. He gets stopped on the left elbow, and a foul on the floor. Great defense on the interior there by Nolan Mick to go up against the 6'3" Hohenberger. He's outsized there and still got a hand on that basketball. Again, great effort shown early this morning by the Henley Hornets as Frank checks out. And I believe that that's Brunick who checked in, and it is. Inbound pass goes to the corner. Quick three off the side of the backboard off the hands of Mick. Won't go. Spartans racing up the floor on the other side. Pass finds Hohenberger. He whips it over to Garnica. Now on the far side to Sides. Back to Garnica. Long three won't go. And the Hornets with the board. Ibarra, head of the key, going right. He's going to get it off to Mick, and a foul on the pass. I think it was going to be Garnica who maybe got a bit handsy on that far side. And that will be the case. And so Micah Ibarra. Said Kai Montag earlier, Bryson Montag was the only guy who got significant varsity minutes last year. But Micah Ibarra had quite a few varsity minutes towards the tail end of last season. He's one of the key contributors on the JV squad. He swung up quite a bit. Here are the Hornets. Charlton bounces it out to Ibarra. He pulls up from distance. It's off the back of the rim. Won't go. Rebound collected by the Hornets. Ball finds its way back outside to Charlton for three. That is also off the mark. And a whistle is going to give Red Bluff the ball with 1:33 to go in the first quarter, and the Hornets trailing 5-4. Sub coming in for the Hornets. It's Reese Schmerbach in for Nolan Mick. Some students rolling in from Yreka High School. It is still a school day here today, so we'll see quite a few students filter in and out. Here come the Spartans. Spartans with Sides, head of the key. Throws it over to Hohenberger. Hohenberger trying to get to the baseline. Terminates the dribble. Left-handed floaters left short. Rebound is picked up by Bridwell. He kicks it back outside to Ortiz. Now near side to Sears. He pulls up from three off the back iron. Red Bluff again collects their rebound. Here's Hohenberger. Hohenberger is going to hand it off to Ortiz. Ortiz picked up by Charlton, trying to drive inside, and a foul against Charlton. This one's going on the floor. That'll be the fifth foul against the Hornets, and so this should earn Red Bluff some free throws with Diego Ortiz, the senior, headed to the line. That free throw is good on the first attempt from Ortiz. That ends a streak of 3 misses for Red Bluff as they extend this lead 6-4. And it will stay that way as the second free throw misses, but for now, Red Bluff has the basketball. Here's Ortiz with it on the near side. Ortiz guarded by Hamilton, trying to back him down on the right block. Picked up by Ibarra. Now the floater on the cutting Sears. That one is good, and Red Bluff leads now 8-4. Sears with 4 points. Here's Ibarra bringing the ball up the floor for the Hornets. Ibarra throws it near side to Hamilton. Hamilton driving baseline. Cross-court pass to Schmerbach. He tries to whip it to Charlton, but the pass is taken away by Red Bluff. And let's see. Did he step out of bounds? I think he did, and so Schmerbach to inbound for the Hornets. He's going to bounce it to Brunick. Brunick trying to find some room along the right side, gets baseline, kicks it outside to Charlton, now to Ibarra, triggers from three, splash for Micah Ibarra, first made triple of the game. And Henley back down only by 1, 8-7, 15 seconds to go. Here's Sides. He's going to throw it near side to Bridwell. Bridwell drives baseline. Reverse lay-in is there. 3 seconds to go. Ibarra going to trigger one from half court. No, so close. And so we end the first quarter with Henley trailing 10-7. We'll be back with the second quarter next on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see 2 things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the 2 memories that stick out the most to me.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the deal you've been waiting for. The Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels. Plus, every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty. 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. because nobody stands by their tires like we do. It's a better deal on better tires with the best service in the business. Get more from less.
Getting ready for second quarter action at the second day of the Yreka Invitational. After one quarter of play in the consolation semifinals, the Henley Hornets trailed the Red Bluff Spartans 10-7. And here we go. Charlton, a nice find down inside to Brunick, and he converts on the open lay-in. First 2 points of the day for Jeremiah Brunick. And Henley now just trailing by one, a score of 10-9. Inside his sides, he whips it near corner to Sears, finds Owenberger, head of the key, steps one side in, free throw line jumper no good, and Hamilton clears the glass for the Hornets. Here comes Schmerbach. Schmerbach into the front court, finds Charlton near side. Charlton to Ibarra, open look from distance, no, left off the front iron. Henley gets the rebound. Here's Charlton on the left block, back outside to Ibarra. Ibarra now to Charlton. Charlton straight away, puts it on the deck. He's going to hand it off to Schmerbach. Schmerbach on the right wing, back outside to Hamilton. Hamilton now trying to find some room along the right side, has it poked loose by Bridwell. And with 22 seconds to shoot, the Hornets will get to inbound underneath their own bucket. Ibarra bounces it over to Hamilton, who's going to find Charlton. Charlton to Schmerbach. He finds near side to Brunick. Brunick trying to find some room on the inside. Turns around. Jumper's good for Jeremiah Brunick. A nice move in the paint gives Henley the lead. 11-10. 6:49 to go in the first half. Here's Ortiz for Red Bluff. He's guarded by Charlton. Ortiz trying to find some room on the left side. Kicks it outside to Sears. Sears head fakes a three. Now trying to drive baseline. Brings it back out. Now to Ortiz. Ortiz guarded by Charlton. Brings it around head of the key. Switches to his left. He's going to be jumped by Brunick on the strip. Oh, a jump ball. Possession's going to favor Red Bluff, but a great job by Jeremiah Brunick timing that just right to create that trouble for Red Bluff. And while the Hornets don't get the ball off that possession, you can see the effort coming through. Like I said in the pregame show, when you're playing in a near-empty gym today, that is going to be what wins or loses this ball game for you. Right now, Henley winning the effort battle and the game. They're up by one. 6:26 to go in the second quarter. It's Red Bluff's ball. Here's Sears. He will travel. Good defense on the interior there by Charlton and Schmerbach to pick him up on the drive, forcing him to travel, creating that turnover. And here come the Hornets. Micah Ibarra bringing the ball up the floor. Ibarra throwing it over to, I believe that was Mick. Now Brunick. Back to Mick. Mick, screen right. He's driving on the inside. Goes with the left-handed lay-in, leaves it short. Red Bluff with the rebound. Here's Leaf now into the front court for Red Bluff. Leaf driving along the right side. He's going to underhand toss to Hohenberger. Hohenberger trying to go to work against Schmerbach, and it's picked loose by Mick. Mick and Charlton in transition. Mick with the layup. No! And let's see, whistle from the back official. I think they're going to call goaltending. Yeah, he hit the ball coming off the glass, and so Henley on a bit of a run. They lead 13-10 with 5:50 to go in the first half. You've got Henley basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I love to play.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the deal you've been waiting for. The Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels. Plus, every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Because nobody stands by their tires like we do. It's a better deal on better tires with the best service in the business. Get more from less.
Josh Eldridge back with you for Henley basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com. 5:50 to go in the second quarter. Henley leads 13-10. On the floor for the Hornets coming out of the break, it's Charlton, Mick, Schmerbach, Brunick, and Ibarra. And it's going to be Red Bluff's ball coming out of our break. Bringing it up is Sears for the Spartans, guarded by Schmerbach, guarded tightly by Reese, and he's going to get rid of it to Hohenberger about half court. He's picked up by Brunick. Drive to the right, tries to get rid of it, but it's taken away by Brunick. Brunick trying to make it up the floor, has it stripped away by Hohenberger. Going blow for blow on defense. Leaf trying to get to the baseline. Now in the near corner, he will step out of bounds, but not before he was fouled. Charlton trying to use that sideline as an extra defender, but he just couldn't get to the spot before the offensive player did, and so this one is going against Charlton. That's his second, Henley's first this quarter. Let's see, one more sub coming in for Henley. No, actually, they've got the same 5 on the floor. Red Bluff inbounds, and they find Barch. Now here is Sears. Fires a triple. No good. Rebound picked up down low by Barch. He throws it back out to Sears. Sears splitting up the defense, and he gets fouled on the drive. No shooting foul, but 2 quick fouls for the Hornets to start this second quarter. And we'll see who they charge this one to. I think this one's going on Brunick. And, oh no, they're going to give him the shooting foul as well. And so here at the line is Jonathan Sears. Already 4 points today, but this is his first chance at the free throw line, and it's good on the first one. Second free throw coming up for Jonathan Sears. Junior, standing 5'10". The shot is up, and it is good. And so Red Bluff brings us to a 1-point ball game. 13-12. Henley leads. 5 minutes to go in the half. Here's Ibarra. Step back. Throws it to Mick. Mick splitting up the defense with the left hand. No good. Rebound is picked up by Red Bluff. It was a long rebound that the Hornets battled for, but eventually the Spartans won. An errant pass, though, on the other side and over and back. Well, it's been a hectic game so far, but I think that's about what you expect when you start this game at 9:30. You see this at the state tournament level, too, when you get to those consolation semifinals and you're playing at 9:30. Some of the best teams in the state can sometimes look like fairly sloppy when you see these errant passes. But again, that's where that effort comes in, and I'm seeing a lot of it from Henley. Here is Brunick. Brunick over to Ibarra. Open look from distance. Rattles out. Bryce Wilson with the rebound for the Spartans, and here comes Leaf. Leaf trying to take it himself, coast to coast. The lay-in is in. And Red Bluff is going to take a 14-13 lead with 4:29 to go in the first half. We'll step aside, but more Henley basketball is on the way on mybasin.com.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Josh Eldridge back with you for Henley basketball on 104.3 and 960 Sports and on mybasin.com. Red Bluff leads by 1, 14-13, 4:28 to go and counting as the Hornets have the basketball. Ibarra bringing it up the floor. He's guarded in a light press by Red Bluff here in the second quarter. Here's Schmerbach. Schmerbach throws it over to Mick. Mick well beyond the arc. Trying to find some room on the right side. He's going to take a screen moving left. Now it's over to Frank. Frank, underhand pass to Ibarra, 12 to shoot. He's driving inside, kicks it near side to Schmerbach. 8 to shoot now for the Hornets. Schmerbach tries to get it down inside to Mick. Mick driving baseline, reverse layup is in, and the foul. Nolan Mick dancing around the cup and scoring, and he shoots free throws as Henley takes the lead, 15-14. 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Second opportunity at the free throw line for Mick so far. He's 0 for 1 at this juncture. Hornets actually have yet to make a free throw. Their only other attempt was Mick's earlier, and that one is good. Took a moment to fall, but Henley leads by 2, 16-14, 3:55 to go before halftime. Here's Garnica. Garnica, right about half court, guarded by Ibarra, throws it over to Leaf. Leaf trying to move right. He's going to dish it down to Owens. Owens fires a rocket out of bounds. And Henley gets possession of the basketball. And Yreka to inbound. Red Bluff with a bit of a press here. Long inbound pass to Nolan Mick. Red Bluff gives up the press pretty easily there after that inbound. Mick's going to take it into the far corner. Terminates the dribble, gets rid of it to Schmerbach. Schmerbach, head of the key, throws it to Yreka. One step inside the perimeter. 2-point jumper is good. Henley leads by 4, 18-14, 3:20 to go in the second quarter. Now bringing it up is Yreka. Yreka over to Leaf. Leaf takes a screen right. Double team, trapped on the far side, gets rid of it to Yreka. Yreka dumping it down low to Owens, throws one high off the glass. Oh my, that one was a pretty layup there by Owens. Brings this one in within 2. 18-16, under 3 to go in the second quarter. Here's Hamilton. Hamilton finds room on the right side, up off the glass. Hamilton won't get it to go. Frank with the rebound, and a foul. Let's see. This one is going against Red Bluff. It's going to be Ryan Ross who picks up that foul. And Nolan Mick checks out. In comes Sam Bennett. Henley to inbound. It's Yreka. Lofts one high. Kind of a 50-50 ball there. It gets tipped out of bounds, and possession will stay with the Hornets. Risky pass there by Yreka on the inbound. Hornets bailed out a bit there. Score 18-16. Henley leads, 2:41 to go in the second quarter. And Schmerbach to inbound on the near sideline. Schmerbach trying to find an open guy. He's going to find Yreka in the backcourt, and Yreka going to bring it up the floor. Spins around to his right side. Yreka loses the defender, pulls up from distance, and won't get the shot. Rebound is picked up by Caden Leaf for Red Bluff, and here come the Spartans. Yreka over to Leaf. Dribbles into a triple. Leaf won't get that one to fall. Yreka climbs the ladder for the rebound. He throws it to the front court to Bennett. Bounce pass to Frank down low. Blocked from behind, and a foul called against the defender from Red Bluff. I think that's Cooper Sides down there. Let's see, that looks like Cooper Sides to me, who just got hit with that foul, and it is. It was good effort to try to get, I think his hand got all ball, but he made contact with the body of Max Frank, and that'll send Max to the line. Good effort to get that offensive board on the other possession, and now getting out in transition here and sinking the first free throw. Max Frank on the board with his first point of the morning, and Henley leads by 3. He's trying to make it a 2-possession game with a make right here. Frank, the sophomore, stares down the cup and makes the second free throw. 20-16, 2:15 to go before halftime, and the Hornets in front of Red Bluff. Hornets pressing on defense. Leaf gets it head of the key. Nice bounce pass on the interior to Barch. And Henley committing the foul there. And Red Bluff to inbound. To inbound is Yreka. Yreka is going to inbound it to Barch. Barch trying to go to work against Frank. Bounces it outside to Stevens. Stevens driving the left side, and he will charge. It was Schmerbach, Reese Schmerbach in there to take the damage. And great job there by Schmerbach. I've been impressed by him in these 2 games early as him and Micah Yreka share a high five underneath the cup. That's a big one to get as Henley looks to expand upon this lead. Under 2 minutes to go in the first half. And Red Bluff again trying to press. Yreka is going to inbound to Mick. Mick crosses the timeline. Mick over to Bennett. Bennett loses the handle, and that's going to be a foul against Zachary Stevens. And by my count, should put Henley in the bonus. And along with it, it's going to earn free throws for Sam Bennett. Want to remind you, this is not the only game that we'll have from the Yreka Invitational today. As a matter of fact, shortly after this, At 12:30 this afternoon, Klamath Union, the Pelican boys, take on Brookings. Brookings lost to Yreka yesterday 65-42, and Klamath Union lost to Del Norte 62-51. And so those teams will meet in the consolation semifinals later today. First free throw is no good. Second one rattles out as well for Sam Bennett. Now here's Garnica over to Leaf. Back out to Garnica. Garnica trying to go to work against Schmerbach down low. Finds a cutting player and a turnover. Ibarra filling the lane nicely on defense. Now brings it up the court. He's going to throw it over to Schmerbach. Schmerbach bouncing it over to Bennett. Bennett fakes right. Going left. Steps back. Between the leg dribble. Outside to Ibarra. Had trouble corralling the pass for a moment. Now at the free throw line. Outside to Schmerbach. Schmerbach dumps it down low to Frank. Frank is going to travel. Hornets got the mismatch they were looking for down low, but unable to convert. And a turnover. It's going to give Red Bluff the basketball. Sub coming in for the Spartans. It's going to be Jonathan Sears and Jarrett Bridwell. Hornets pressing. Leaf over to Garnica. Garnica bounces it down low, finds its way to Sides. He misses the close layup, and Ibarra with the rebound. Hornets out in transition. Ibarra trying to lead that pass a bit too much to Max Frank. Unable to haul it in, and another turnover for the Hornets. Schmerbach pressing, gets it into the front court to Bridwell. Pressure in the near side, and someone stepped out of bounds. Get rid of the scoreboard for you here on mybasin.com so we can see the inbound pass here. But I believe it was a Henley player who stepped out. Under a minute to go now in the first half. Henley leads by 4. 57 seconds. And the inbound pass is going to come off the hands of Caden Leaf. He's going to throw it into the backcourt to Garnica. And here we go. Garnica moving left. Going to throw it over to Sides. Sides over to Sears. Sears guarded by Schmerbach. Now to Garnica on the far side. Garnica, he's going to try to drive left against Max Frank. Layup high off the glass, won't go. Rebound picked up by Red Bluff. The putback is also offline from Bridwell. And the Hornets get this one. Here's Ibarra moving up the floor. Ibarra trying to move left. And a foul, maybe an illegal screen. And that one is going against Nolan Mick. No, pardon me, Max Frank. Here comes Red Bluff with the shot clock off. They have an opportunity to get the final possession of this first half. 22 seconds remain. They're down by 4. Here is Cooper Sides. Sides to Leaf. Leaf moving along the right side, guarded by Hamilton. Bounces it to Garnica. Garnica guarded by Schmerbach on the baseline. 9 seconds. Here's Sides. Now over to Leaf. Leaf going left. Step back. Throws it down to Bridwell. Bridwell driving inside. His shot blocked by Hamilton. That'll take us to the locker rooms. Hamilton with a block to send us to halftime as Henley leads 20-16. We'll be back with some halftime coverage. Tell you what else is going on today at the 70th Yreka Invitational. It's day 2, and the Hornets are leading on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars, there are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account for retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between. We keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Well, it's 10 in the morning, but these Hornets have come to play. At halftime, they lead Red Bluff 20-16. Leading all scorers after one half is Nolan Mick. He's got 7 points, 5 points from Micah Ibarra, 4 from Jeremiah Brunick, 2 from Max Frank, and that is how you get to 20 points for the Henley Hornets through one half of play. Leading scorers for Red Bluff so far, Jonathan Sears has 6 points, 3 points from Bryce Owens, and 2 points from Zachary Stevens, Jarrett Bridwell, Caden Leaf, and 1 point on a made free throw from Diego Ortiz is how we get to 16 points for the Red Bluff Spartans. Henley bringing the effort on defense again in this first half. You know, we talked about it a little bit yesterday and a little bit this morning in the pregame show. Yesterday, Henley had a hard time making shots, but the effort was there. The defense was there yesterday. A team which routinely scores in the 60s, 70s, 80s in some cases, and already this season only scored 58 points against this Henley defense. Today, they're holding Red Bluff to 16 points. This is a team that scored 60 just a night ago. And so this defense, they're giving effort on the glass. And again, like I said, in a gym which is effectively empty, less than 200 fans are here. We've got quite a few Yreka students in attendance. A lot of them are on their phone or haggling the players. They're not fans. They're here to watch. But again, it's a lot different of a setting when you're here at 9:30, 10 in the morning at a neutral site. And the Hornets are looking good this morning. They lead by 4 at halftime. We're going to take one break here on the halftime show. When we come back, I'll tell you about the rest of the games that we've got going on today. It is the first of 4 with Klamath Basin teams playing in it, the 70th Yreka Invitational. Details on that coming up on the other side as we continue your halftime coverage from Minor Court in Yreka, California on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
the information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
Introducing Smith Bates Marcom Solutions, your trusted partner in marketing and communication. We specialize in crafting compelling campaigns, eye-catching graphics, and impactful branding materials.
Smith Bates is like working with dependable friends. They always help us build our professional image.
Through the innovative strategies the team at Smith Bates suggested, we've been able to give the brand at Calor the boost that it desperately needed.
Unlock your potential with Smith Bates Marcom Solutions.
Josh Eldridge back with you from Yreka, California for the 70th Yreka Invitational. Here at halftime of the first game today, it is 20-16 and the Henley Hornets lead. Like I said, this is not the only basketball that we'll have for you on mybasin.com today. As a matter of fact, there's one game after this one. And trying to find out, I believe it is Orland against Glide. That's a girls' game. And then after that at 12:30, the Klamath Union boys play Brookings. We'll have a broadcast for you on that one right here on mybasin.com. That's another consolation game. A few more, let's see, right after that, 2 o'clock, The Klamath Union girls play Yreka. That's the consolation semifinal for them. The Klamath Union girls losing yesterday to Del Norte 52-45, and so they will play the consolation game today. And then the final game of our broadcast coverage this afternoon at 5 o'clock, the Henley Lady Hornets are going to be playing McKinleyville. That's at 5 in the semifinals. Henley put up 84 points in their first game of the season yesterday. They beat Orland 84-43. They're playing a McKinleyville team that I was shocked when I saw this score this morning. They defeated Glide 48-9. 9 points Glide scored, and so they'll play McKinleyville today. That's at 5 o'clock in the semifinal. The Henley Hornet girls team looking to defend their Yreka Invitational title later on today. Matt Bowling will be on the call with you for that one. We've got lots of basketball today, and of course later on tonight on the air on 104.3 and 960 Sports, Mike Safford is going to be with you from LeGrand, Oregon with the Oregon Tech Lady Owls. And then over on KLAD you can hear the men's broadcast. And so it's a great day to be a sports fan here as we begin the brand new basketball season. As we get ready for the third quarter, the Henley Hornets lead 20-16. Back with third quarter action next on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate.
Threads. There are many threads that run through our region. There are churches and schools and Little League teams that bring us together and bind us into communities. There are roads and cars. There are houses and jobs and businesses, all woven together to make the fabric of our communities. There are financial threads that are part of that tapestry as well. For over 80 years, it's been our pleasure to be headquartered here, providing financial services to generations of our friends and neighbors. From that first savings account, to retirement planning, and all of the cars and houses and groceries in between, we keep your money local, investing it back into our communities, adding more threads to the fabric to make our communities stronger. Pacific Crest Federal Credit Union. Find your path.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Ready for the third quarter, and we join it as it just gets started. Henley leads Red Bluff in the Yreka Invitational Consolation semifinal. It is 20-16, and the Hornets start with the basketball. Here's Nolan Mick with it straight away. Nolan Mick to Schmerbach, now to Hamilton. Hamilton dumps it off to Ibarra here on the near side. Ibarra trying to get it down low to Hamilton, but it's picked away by Red Bluff. And now here come the Spartans, throwing it ahead to Caden Leaf. Leaf brings it back out beyond the perimeter. Now throws it near side to Garnica. Garnica back out beyond the arc. Now again near side to Leaf. Leaf back to Garnica. Garnica now trying to go right with it. He's going to bounce it down low to Owens. Owens now again to Garnica. Triggers from distance. It's no good. And Hamilton with the rebound. Throws it way into the front court to Charlton. Had trouble corralling the pass for a moment, but now here operates the Henley. Oh, Charlton past the defender, kicks it near side to Schmerbach, hurls it over. The three-pointer is off the line. And pardon me, that was Mick, and he tried to get it to Charlton to fire off that three-pointer. Couldn't get the job done. Another triple taken and missed by Red Bluff, and a nice job saving it from going out of bounds by Ibarra. Trying to get the follow-up was Ross, and short on the layup. And so it'll be Hornets basketball underneath the basket. They've got to go across the floor, left to right. But with 6:47 to go in the third quarter, they lead 20-16. Inbound pass finds its way to Mick. Mick throws it ahead to Ibarra. Ibarra with a lane all to himself until Zachary Stevens came and picked his pocket. Good defense there played by Stevens. Really got up there in time to knock that ball out of Ibarra's hands. But now Micah a chance to inbound underneath their own their basket. Goes to Charlton. He hurls it over to Schmerbach. Schmerbach thought about a three. Instead finds Ibarra. Bounces it down low to Mick. Mick kicks it back outside to Charlton. Charlton trying to drive inside over to Schmerbach. Schmerbach fakes left, drives right, goes to the rim. Bounce pass inside. And last touched by Red Bluff. Ooh, Henley's going to buy another possession there. Ibarra to inbound, 17 to shoot. Ibarra bounces it down low to Hamilton. He's there with a quick bucket, and Henley strikes first. Here in the third quarter, they lead by 6 points. And for Hamilton, his first points of the morning. Here's Garnica. Garnica against Schmerbach. Passes it over to Owens. Owens inside the paint, and a foul. It's going to be on the floor, and so I think this one's going against Mick. He's getting up there in fouls. I think that's his third. It is his third, and Garnica will inbound for the Spartans. Mick will check out after picking up his third foul as well. Max Frank checking into the game. The sophomore had 2 points in the first half, both on made free throws. Here is Ross. Ross driving inside and makes a strong move to the rim and scores. And so with that, it's back down to a 4-point game, 22-18. Henley still in front, and they will foul Schmerbach, trying to strip the ball from him in the backcourt. First team foul for Red Bluff in the third quarter, and Zachary Stevens hit with the foul. He will check out. That's his third. And in comes Bridwell. Bridwell, a sophomore, standing 5'10". Inbound pass goes to Hamilton. He tries to get it ahead to Schmerbach, but it's taken away by the Spartans. Pass goes over to Owens. Owens now near side to Leaf. Leaf kicks it to Bridwell. Bridwell spinning around in the paint. Underhand cut to Leaf, who is diving to the rim, and he scores. Good action by Red Bluff to create that bucket. And now within 2. Spartans are pressing, and Frank will step out of bounds trying to get around the press. And now the Hornets have got to react and respond to this press that Red Bluff has broken out to start this third quarter. Here's Garnica. Going to bounce it to Owens on the right wing. Now over to Leaf, but it's taken away by Charlton. Charlton over to Ibarra for 3. No. Leaf with the rebound. Red Bluff in transition. Leaf taking it himself with a tough bucket. Tie game, 22-all. 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. And Hornets trying to get around. It's fairly light press from Red Bluff. Now they try to trap him. Here's Frank with it now. Frank over to Hamilton. Hamilton trying to go baseline with it. Terminates the dribble over to Ibarra. Fires it to Charlton in the corner. Now down to Frank. The ball is knocked out of bounds. Last touched by Owens. Owens will check out after that. And in steps, I believe that's Cooper Sides. Ibarra to inbound. Tie game, 22. 4:50 to go in the third. Hamilton thought about going baseline. Dumps it to Frank on the right block. Frank outside to Charlton, guarded by Garnica. Lost the ball for a moment, then refines it. Schmerbach left all alone in the far corner for 3. No good. And Hamilton, the rebound slips out of his hand. Here comes Red Bluff. It's Garnica. Garnica, head of the key, inside the paint. Gets it to Sides. Sides from about 10 feet out is true. And for Sides, his first points of the ball game gives his team a 2-point lead. Now it's over to Schmerbach here in the near side. Schmerbach fires from 3. Good! Schmerbach responds and gives Henley a 1-point lead. 25-24. 4:10 to go and a timeout on the floor. We'll take it 2. Henley basketball continues next on 104.3 and 960 Sports and MyBasin.com.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the deal you've been waiting for. The Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels. Plus, every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Because nobody stands by their tires like we do. It's a better deal on better tires with the best service in the business. Get more from Les.
Reese Schmerbach hits a triple and sends us to a timeout as Henley leads 25-24, 4:10 to go in the third quarter. Red Bluff's defense has picked up here a bit in the second half, but Henley's offense has done their best to go stride for stride with them. First-year head coach Brian Stock, who's been a JV coach and assistant at varsity for many years, and also the head coach of the Henley softball team. Although this guy's a first-year head coach, he's no stranger to these situations. You're going blow for blow with the team, and now both teams starting to heat up a little bit. What do you do to keep the momentum on your side? The guys he's got on the floor to do it, it's Finn Charlton, Reese Schmerbach, Max Frank, Micah Ibarra, and Corbin Hamilton. And here we go. Red Bluff into the front court. Here's Garnica. Garnica down low to Ross. Ross, a nice find on the inside, but the shot blocked. A nice job there by Frank to get up and block that shot. Ibarra, though, trapped in the backcourt. A big-time press for Red Bluff and a foul. And again, it's that press from the Spartans. When the Hornets have been able to beat it in this third quarter, they've gone down to score. The couple of times they've been able to get around it. But that's been the challenge, is getting around it. We'll see what they do here as Red Bluff is manned up in a full press. To inbound is Charlton. He's going to bounce it to Hamilton. Ball goes out of bounds, and it is last touched by Ross. So the Henley Hornets keep it. Charlton to inbound again. He's going to find Ibarra. Ibarra back to Charlton, and Charlton will cross the timeline. Charlton back to Ibarra, dumps it to Frank at the free throw line, outside to Hamilton. Hamilton to Ibarra, head of the key, moving right, now back left, loses the dribble for a moment but gets it back. Ibarra trying to split up the defender, goes to the cup, and a whistle before the shot. And it'll be Charlton to inbound for the Hornets. 3:30 to go in the third. Henley leads by 1, 25-24. Here's Charlton to inbound. Bounces it to Hamilton. He fires it over to Frank. Now to Schmerbach. Schmerbach over to Ibarra. Ibarra bouncing it to Hamilton. Back outside to Charlton. Charlton thinking about going right with it. Guarded by Bridwell. Charlton to Schmerbach. Schmerbach around the world. Now head of the key. Over to Hamilton. Hamilton fires from distance. Bang! Hamilton with a triple. 28-24. Henley leads. 3 minutes to go in the third. Now here's Garnica for Red Bluff. Red Bluff guarded by Schmerbach. Now it's going to be Ross. Ross, right elbow jumper, high arcing shot, won't go, and the Hornets clean up the boards. That's Charlton on the glass. Charlton now crosses the timeline for the Hornets. Inside, bounce pass to Frank is broken up by Ross inside. Now here comes Red Bluff. The Spartans trying to go all the way, back outside to Leaf. He'll respond with a three that won't go. Rebound collected by Bridwell underneath, finds Leaf cutting to the rim. That shot blocked by Hamilton, but the rebound picked up by Ross, and he'll score. 4 points for Ryan Ross, all coming in this quarter for Red Bluff, as it's a 2-point ball game, 28-26. Here's Frank in the near side. Frank bounces it over to Ibarra. He's at the free throw line, outside to Charlton. Charlton bounces it to Frank. Frank now on the left elbow, trying to back down the defender, and he will travel. Subs coming in for both teams. We'll start with the Hornets. I see Bennett subbing in. I think that's Brunick as well. And for Red Bluff, it's going to be Jonathan Sears as well as Eli Hohenberger. And Red Bluff able to leisurely walk this one up the floor. The Hornets have broken out the press a few times, but if I know this Hornets program, they're probably saving it for the fourth. Here is Garnica. Garnica over to Barch. I believe that's Barch. Regardless, now it's in the hands of Leaf. Now here's Hohenberger. Hohenberger trapped at half court, gets it over to Leaf. He's going to fire it over to Sears. Sears contested triple, rims out. Rebound is out of bounds, last touched by the Hornets. Inbound pass is going to find its way to Barch. Free throw line jumpers offline. And Schmerbach got the rebound. Here come the Hornets. It's going to be Schmerbach to cross the timeline. Passes it near side. In the corner, Hamilton for three. No good. Rebound picked up by Hohenberger. And it's going to be Garnica crossing half court for Red Bluff. Here's Leaf. That pass tipped away by Bennett. It goes out of bounds. And Red Bluff will keep it. Active hands, though, on this Hornets defense. Ball goes out of bounds, and Red Bluff keeps it, but a nice job by Bennett to just get a hand in the way. Red Bluff to inbound. They find Garnica. Garnica trying to go along the left side. Kicks it outside to Hohenberger, head of the key. Hohenberger will be fouled by Brunick on the floor. I believe that was Brunick. We'll see if that's who they hit, and it is. Jeremiah Brunick with 4 points, all of them coming in the first half, picks up his second foul. Second foul for the team. And it's Hohenberger to inbound. Hohenberger will inbound to Garnica in the backcourt, and he will bring it up. Garnica is going to bounce it over to, well, now back to Garnica. Tries to get the pass inside, and it finds its way to Leaf. That was a good find there by C.J. Barch. Or no, pardon me, that was Cooper Sides on the assist. Hornets trying to get quickly on the other side, and it won't go. We're still tied at 28. 30 seconds to go in the third. Red Bluff trying to break the tie. Hohenberger with the lay-in, and they do. Red Bluff leads by a pair, 30-28. 21 seconds to go. And Red Bluff trying to create the steal again, and they won't. Ball goes out of bounds, last touched by the Spartans and Hohenberger. 16 seconds to go. Here's Charlton. Charlton with a mid-range. It rolls out. Now Red Bluff with 12 seconds. Here's Garnica. Garnica over to Leaf. Leaf driving inside. Kicks it near corner to Sears. He fires a triple. No good. Rebound collected by Red Bluff, but they won't get a shot off before the third quarter. Red Bluff takes a lead, 30-28, as we go to the final quarter here in the first game of the second day of the 70th Yreka Invitational. Henley trailing by 2. Fourth quarter action next on mybasin.com.
Sports was kind of what defined me as a person. I loved to play every sport I could possibly play. The Abbeys was really the family stomping ground for all of our community. Saturday afternoon soccer tournaments, we'd head over to Abbeys afterwards. And then when we got up into middle school, on our way home, we'd stop at Abbeys after basketball games. When I go home, I want to see two things when I drive through Winston. I want to see my Abbeys, and I want to see my high school. And those are the two memories that stick out the most to me.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the deal you've been waiting for. The Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels. Plus, every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty.
Josh Eldridge back with you as we get ready for the fourth quarter of action from the Yreka Invitational. The Henley boys trailing Red Bluff 30-28. Leading scorer right now for Henley is still Nolan Mick. He's got 7 points for the ball game, all of them coming in the first half. Corbin Hilton scored 5 in the third quarter. Finn Charlton scored a bucket. Reese Schmerbach scored a bucket as well, but right now Henley down. And here's Garnica. He's played seemingly every minute of this game for Red Bluff so far. Here's Hohenberger now. Hohenberger loses the dribble, gets it outside to Sears. Sears in the far corner, trying to get inside against Ibarra. The layup is offline. And now here come the Hornets after the rebound from Brunick. Schmerbach is trapped. They've got to get rid of the ball. He's going to find it to Charlton. Charlton with it now in the near corner. Charlton tries to get it back to Schmerbach, but it's taken away by Leaf. Leaf goes up against Schmerbach, and the layup is no good, although Schmerbach fouled him. And so Leaf will head to the line for two. Want to remind you that today's broadcast on mybasin.com and 104.3 and 960 Sports is brought to you by Gino's Cafe on East Main Street. They're open every morning at 6:30, serving their famous breakfast burritos. They're served all day long, along with their other menu items like burgers, monthly specials, and Italian favorites. You can order online at iloveginos.com, or you can place an order on DoorDash. First free throw from Caden Leaf is good, and so Red Bluff now leads by 3. Leaf's second free throw also good. 4 points for the Spartans of Red Bluff High School. And now it's Ibarra. Ibarra, head of the key, almost had it lost, but now it's to Charlton. Back to Ibarra. Ibarra outside to Schmerbach for 3, rims out. And now here comes Red Bluff again. Spartans trying to push the pace a little bit. Here's Leaf, throws it near side to Garnica. Uncontested 3 is no good. Rebound is won by Leaf. He goes high off the glass, no good. And that one is won by Hamilton. He gets stripped though. Hohenberger goes back up for the hoop and the harm. 2 misses for Red Bluff, and then Henley gets the rebound, but Hamilton had it picked away. Hohenberger scoring, and he'll get a chance to make it a 3-point play as Red Bluff now leads 34-28. For Hohenberger, he's 0 for 2 at the line so far, but he's got 4 points. His free throw is up. It is no good, and the rebound is picked up by Corbin Hamilton. He's going to get it to Schmerbach. Schmerbach almost tackled at half court, but Henley keeps possession of the basketball until Hamilton turns it over on a pass intended for Ibarra. And a foul in the open floor as Hohenberger gets knocked over. And already Henley with now 3 team fouls, not even a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Boy, that's a number you want to look out for. 5, and they'll shoot free throws. They need to talk this one over. Henley trails 34-28, 6:44 to go in the fourth quarter. More Henley basketball is next on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.
What rock great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate!
Josh Eldridge back with you as fourth quarter action continues in Yreka as the Henley Hornets trail Red Bluff 34-28 in these consolation semifinals. Inside to Hohenberger. Hohenberger is going to get fouled on the shot. Precisely what the Hornets did not need is picking up a 4th foul only a minute and a half into this fourth quarter. Hohenberger going to the line. He's 0 for 3 today. Picking up that foul was Finn Charlton. And it looks like we're going to see Nolan Mick ready to check in. I'd be curious for who he checks in for. The officials discussing something. Some more students file in the gym here at Yreka High School. It is a school day today. School starts at 8:05 and ends at 3:09 for Yreka. I found that interesting. School ending at 3:09. Not 3 o'clock, not 3:15, not even 3:10. Precisely at 3:09. First free throw from Hohenberger missed. And so he will earn another. But that makes him 0 of 4 on the game so far. Our officials continuing to talk about something at the free throw line. Let's see. One more free throw coming up. No, pardon me, his free throw was good. Scoreboard hadn't updated yet. 7-point game. It will stay that way. The second free throw is missed, at least for now. Red Bluff corralled the rebound and a quick whistle after that rebound. And if that's against Henley, that moves the Spartans into the bonus. Maybe a lane violation, perhaps? No foul, but Red Bluff will inbound at the baseline. Long inbound pass taken away by the Hornets. Nolan Mick getting a hand in there. He's trapped here on the near side. Gets rid of it to Charlton. Charlton, long two, won't go, and the rebound is picked up by Red Bluff. Now the Spartans hurrying into the front court. Here's Garnica, back over to Sears. Now to Leaf. He fires a triple. No good. Rebound battled for underneath and won by Red Bluff. The putback is Bryce Owens, pardon me. And now a big lead for Red Bluff as they open it up, 37-28. Here's Ibarra in the near side. Tries to respond with a triple. He leaves it short. Rebound batted out. Picked up by Schmerbach. Bounces it back to Ibarra. Ibarra guarded by Owens at the perimeter. Terminates the dribble. Bounces it over to Mick. Mick trying to find some room inside. Mick going to the rim on the layup. He's fouled, but no bucket. Mick will go to the line for a pair with 5:48 to go in the fourth quarter. For Mick, 1 of 2 at the free throw line so far today. This will be his first chance in the third quarter. And as he steps to the line, I want to remind you that today's broadcast is brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. They know that having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is only part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab does more than install just tires and wheels. If you plan on traveling this winter season, visit Les Schwab Tires and come on in for a free pre-trip safety check. They're going to make sure that everything's in working order at Les Schwab Tires. 3 locations in the Klamath Basin, Washburn Way, South 6th Street, and in Merrill. Les Schwab has been doing the right thing since 1952. Both free throws miss for Mick, and so the score remains 37-28. Here come the Spartans. It's Leaf with it. Leaf is going to throw it over to Sears. Sears now to Garnica. Garnica fakes right, drives left, going to the rim. A reverse layup is no good. Owens with the rebound and the putback. Boy, he is owning this fourth quarter. Extends this lead for Red Bluff, now up to 11. And a backcourt violation. Hornets could not advance it in time. Good press there by Red Bluff. No two ways to cut that one. What they are doing on defense is working to stifle these Hornets and the momentum they had at the end of that first half. All right, pass goes into the backcourt to Garnica. Garnica now working against Schmerbach. Garnica guarded closely by Schmerbach. He's going to get rid of it to Owens. Owens trying to go along the right side. Now over to Sears. Sears picked up by Mick. Sears terminates the dribble, kicks it over to Garnica. Down low to Owens. He skates to the cup and scores. 41-28, 6 straight points for Bryce Owens and his Spartans. They lead 41-28. Here's Mick trying to respond, too strong on the lay-in. Now Red Bluff coming the other way. Sears passes it to Owens. Owens at the free throw line is going to kick it over to Garnica. Garnica takes a screen left. You find Sears in the near corner. Sears back to Garnica. Garnica guarded by Mick. Between his legs. Now over to Sears. Sears back to Garnica. 12 to shoot for Red Bluff. They get it down low to Owens. And Owens is fouled on the floor. But that is the 5th Henley team foul. So Owens is heading to the line for 2. Owens stands 6'3", the junior. Red Bluff had the size advantage coming into this game against Henley. You wondered how long it would take for it to show itself. Ryan Ross, the other tall guy who's seen significant playing time, 6'4", only has 4 points. But Bryce Wilson has come out with a vengeance here in the fourth quarter. He missed his first free throw here. He gets a second one. That one is good. Score 42-28. Henley is yet to score a bucket by my count here in the fourth quarter. Ibarra trying to get one. Right-handed floater is no good. And Red Bluff with the rebound. Pass goes to Owens. Owens has it knocked loose by Ibarra. Ibarra now into the front court. Again, trying to take it himself. Backs back out to Charlton. Charlton is going to throw it over to Mick. Mick driving inside. Goes to the cup. It's blocked by Owens. And now Leaf going to take his time into the front court for Red Bluff. And timeout's going to be called by Coach Nye of the Spartans. We'll keep it here for this one. 3:50 to go in the ball game, and Henley trailing 42-28. '70th Yreka Invitational here today. It's been a great event that started back in 1956. Yreka High School won the very first boys basketball tournament in 1956. And it wasn't until, let's see, trying to find the first time a Klamath Basin won. It wasn't until 2011 when the Klamath Basin won their first Yreka tournament championship. Klamath Union won it, and the tournament MVP that year, many of folks know him, won Alex Stork, former head coach of Henley football, was effectively their defensive coordinator this year and helped them to a state championship runner-up finish. Coach Stork, after his time at KU, played football at Southern Oregon University, won a national championship with them in, I believe, 2014 was the year that they won that tournament. After that, Colby Mueller from Henley High School won it in 2012 as the Hornets claimed their first Yreka Invitational championship. Then in 2023, once again, Marcus McCready was named the tournament MVP. But now the Hornets without him and many of his senior companions from last year's Hornets team, which made it to the state tournament. Here they find themselves down by 14 in the fourth quarter. And here's Red Bluff. It's Garnica, guarded by Schmerbach. Bounces it to Owens on the right block. Back outside to Garnica. Garnica takes a screen right, dumps it off to Owens, cutting to the rim, bodies his way to the cup. It's no good. Leaf with the rebound, and on the putback, he's fouled. Leaf 1 for 2 at the free throw line today. But overall for the game, he has got 9 points, and here makes his first free throw. Give him 10 for the game. Caden Leaf, the senior, 6 foot tall from Red Bluff. 43-28 the score. Second free throw is also good. 44-28. And the inbound pass is tipped out, and the Hornets should maintain possession here. But not before timeout is called with 3:32 on the clock. 44-28 the score. Henley boys trailing. We'll have a bit of a break here after this one, as due up next to play is going to be Orland and Glide. They're scheduled to start here at 11. They should stay on time. Orland lost to Henley girls yesterday, 84-43, so that's how Orland gets into that game. Glide, they lost to McKinleyville 48-9 yesterday, and so Glide playing in the consolation semifinals. All that to say is that after that game, we'll be back with another broadcast right about 12:30 as the Klamath Union boys, who lost yesterday 62-51 to Del Norte, will play Brookings, who lost to Yreka yesterday 65-42. Winner of that game will play at 10:30 tomorrow. The winner of this game will also play at 10:30 tomorrow. And how about this? The loser of this game also plays at 10:30 tomorrow. You see behind those red curtains, if you're watching on mybasin.com, is where the South Court is at Yreka High School. So they're able to play multiple games at the same time, and that's going to be the case tomorrow. Winner or loser is back at 10:30 tomorrow. Loser plays on the South Court. Winner plays here on the main court. All right, here's Finn Charlton inbounding it to Ibarra. Ibarra to Frank on the right elbow. Back outside to Ibarra. Triggers from three, no good. And it was Owens with the rebound. No, pardon me, that was Ross with the rebound. And Red Bluff content to slow down the pace a bit. Bouncing it over to Owens. Back out to Leaf. Leaf guarded at the perimeter. Now to Garnica. Garnica trying to find some room on the left side. Gets rid of it to Owens. Owens driving to the rim, a whistle, a foul, and the bucket. Owens going to work against Max Frank, and he wins that battle. And one for the young man. 46-28. Henley, with now 5 minutes gone in this quarter, still looking for their first points. And that free throw was missed there by Red Bluff. Here's Charlton bringing it up the floor. Charlton, guarded by Leaf, bounces it over to Ibarra. Ibarra moving left, good screen set by Frank. Ibarra, left elbow jumper won't go. Hamilton with the rebound. His putback is no good, but he's fouled. And so Corbin Hamilton heading to the line for two. Hamilton so far today, 5 points, all of them in the third quarter. And this will be his first look at the line today. Henley has been so-so at the free throw line today. By my count, they are 4 of 8. Oh, pardon me, 3 of 8 so far in the ball game. Less than 50%, not where you want to be, although it could be worse. Trying to give his team the first points of this quarter, can't do it. And so here comes Red Bluff the other way. And I want to say he stepped out of bounds. And he did. That's Nick Demchuk. First we're seeing of Demchuk today, and a couple of other subs coming in. Subbing out is Bryce Owens, likely the last we'll see of him today. He's replaced by Jet Bonham. As Henley inbounds, and immediately Charlton is fouled. So Henley will inbound again. One more foul sends the Hornets to the bonus, as there's a first foul committed there by Demchuk. And Ibarra to inbound in front of the Spartans bench. Ibarra trying to get it to Charlton, but is unable to. And Charlton looks hurt. He's got his hands on his knees trying to tough it out, and he will. A turnover is going to give Red Bluff the basketball. 2.5 to go in the ball game. Henley trailing by 18. And a technical foul. This one might be assessed to Charlton. He's walking across the court. He reached in or something when the player was inbounding the basketball. Charlton walking off all the way into the locker rooms. He must be frustrated about something and committed a technical foul pretty brazenly, to be honest. Not something you'd like to see in a game in which has frankly gotten away from the Hornets. Visible frustration is going to cost Henley dearly. As Charlton, now you can see him on the right side of your screen there. He's returning from the locker room area to the bench. And now they're having a discussion, I believe that's with Coach Woodrum. Regardless, free throws coming for Garnica. He makes the first. And so the score now 47-28. And he'll earn a second here. Trying to make it a 20-point game. He won't be able to do that. But Red Bluff will get the ball back with 2.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. Five on the floor for the Hornets. It's Mick, Ibarra, Brunick, Schmerbach, and Hamilton. Here come the Hornets. Ibarra, step back, mid-range jumper, leaves it well short. And now here comes Red Bluff. Pass comes near side to Demchuk. He fires a triple and makes it. 50-28. The Hornets trail with 2 minutes to go in the ball game. Schmerbach over to Mick. Mick, head of the key, over to Schmerbach. Schmerbach driving the baseline, gets it near side to Hamilton. And a late whistle away from the basketball. Let's see, I believe this should earn Henley some free throws if this is against Red Bluff. I think it might be Demchuk who pushed Schmerbach out of bounds as he was trying to get that pass off. Let's see. Officials discussing it. And a technical foul assessed against Demchuk. Wow. And so, or was that against Ledbetter? I think it was Ledbetter, actually. And so Schmerbach, a chance at the free throw line to try to give the Hornets their first points of this quarter, and he does. Henley on the board in the fourth. 50-29 the score. Hornets still trailing. Schmerbach a second look at it. He made a three in the third. Second free throw is good. Back down to a 20-point difference between the two teams. And timeout on the floor. We will keep it here for this one with 1:47 to go for the ball game. Like I said, as we take a look at the bracket, winner here will meet the winner of Klamath Union against Brookings. That game will be played at 10:30 tomorrow. The loser also plays the loser of that same game at 10:30. Would love to see an early meeting between Henley and Klamath Union here at this tournament, although, frankly, with this game fairly decided, a 20-point difference with under 2 to go, I'd feel a little bit unfortunate rooting for a KU loss. I'd love to see the Pelicans try to come away with a fifth-place finish at this tournament and put together a couple of good games against Oregon teams, right? They'll play Brookings later today, but then they'll either play Red Bluff or Henley. So I'm kind of torn as a guy who wants to see this game be played, but I also hope Ed Case and his squad can pull out a win later. So that game is being played at 12:30. You can watch that game on mybasin.com at 12:30. It'll be Henley basketball as we come out of the break. Both teams in the bonus with 1:47 to go. Mick is going to inbound it, and a scramble for the ball in front of the Hornets bench is going to be won by Red Bluff. And so it will be Ledbetter to inbound in front of Henley's bench. He'll get it to Garnica in the backcourt. Garnica and the Spartans going from right to left. Here's Ledbetter now. Ledbetter throws it over to Demchuk. Demchuk driving inside. Right elbow J is offline. Now here's Hamilton. Hamilton into the front court now to Schmerbach. Schmerbach trying to go right with it. Schmerbach gets rid of it to Hamilton. Hamilton fires it down low to Mick. Mick driving baseline. Tries to get a fancy pass to Schmerbach, but it's taken away by Red Bluff. Spartans in transition, and they score. Give the bucket to Ledbetter. His first of the game. And Red Bluff back out in front by 22. Hamilton, long pass, and it finds its way to Ibarra. Ibarra trying to get inside. Kicks it back over to Brunick. Brunick trying to go to work in the paint. Up with the shot. It is no good. And here comes Red Bluff. 43 seconds to go for the ball game. Long pass intended to Ledbetter. Ledbetter now trying to drive baseline. He fires one out to Demchuk. Demchuk back over to Ledbetter. Ledbetter back to Demchuk. 20 to shoot. Demchuk trying to dish it down low to Bonham. Bonham going to work against Brunick, but he has it poked away, and Ibarra picks up the loose ball, dribbles up to the perimeter. Ibarra fires a triple, and Ibarra misses. 15 seconds to go. The Spartans going to dribble this one out, and the Hornets will concede a 52-30 loss, and it sends them to the 7th, 8th place game tomorrow morning at 10:30. 52-30 the final here. We'll be back to briefly wrap things up for you and get you ready for the rest of the day down at the 70th Yreka Invitational on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com. Keep it here.
At mybasin.com, we bring you the power of local radio,
The pace and reach of social media,
The information of 24-hour news,
and the excitement of local sports.
We do this with a team of radio professionals that is second to none.
Klamath Falls is a community that we love and a place that we are proud to call home.
Klamath Falls deserves a media group that is as committed to you as you are to Klamath Falls.
mybasin.com is your go-to place for news,
sports, events, and everything going on at home in Klamath Falls.
lonely, hide just a sigh and moan. Seems like I've been waiting forever, wondering if you're coming home. I just saw your face, I know you're coming home. I swear there is no place that feels as good as home. And then I heard your voice, I know you're coming home. I know you're coming home.
This is where unconditional love and immeasurable happiness reside. This is home. Coldwell Banker, where home begins.
Right now at Les Schwab, it's the deal you've been waiting for. The Score More sales event. Save up to $160 instantly on a wide selection of 4 tires and 4 wheels. Plus, every tire is covered by America's best tire warranty, 60-day satisfaction guarantee, no hassle road hazard protection, and free maintenance for the life of your tires. Because nobody stands by their tires like we do. It's a better deal on better tires with the best service in the business. Get more from Les.
Hornets fall for the second day in a row here at the Yreka Invitational, this time to Red Bluff, 52-30. Let's go over our leading scorers, and we'll start with the victors today, the Spartans of Red Bluff. 12 points for Bryce Owens today, 10 from Caden Leaf, 6 from Eli Hohenberger and Jonathan Spears, 4 from Ryan Ross, 2 from Cooper Sides, Zachary Stevens, Jarrett Bridwell, Jace Ledbetter, and 1 from Diego Ortiz, your scorers for Red Bluff, and their 52 points. For the Henley Hornets, their leading scorer was Nolan Mick, who scored 7 points today, all of them coming in the first half. They've got 5 points from Reese Schmerbach, Micah Ibarra, Corbin Hamilton, 4 points from Jeremiah Brunick, 2 from Max Frank, and there's your, also Finn Charlton had 2 points today for Henley. A good game up until we got to about the fourth quarter. It took Henley 6 minutes to get on the board today in California in the fourth quarter, and Red Bluff did not miss a beat entering the fourth quarter, and that's why they are winning by 22 points today. In fact, Henley only came away scoring 2 points in the fourth quarter. That's not going to win you many ball games, but still lots of basketball to be played to work out these kinks for the Hornets. Tomorrow they'll be back here at 10:30. They will play the loser of Klamath Union against Brookings. That game can be watched on mybasin.com at 12:30. Then later on in the day on the girls' side of the bracket, Klamath Union girls play Yreka at 2 o'clock, and Henley girls play McKinleyville at 5 o'clock. All of those games will also be broadcast on mybasin.com. Matt Bowling joining me down here in the Golden State in just a little while. He'll be with you for the 2 later games. In the meantime, we've got one to take care of us for just a little while. Orland playing Glide. And then, like I said, just after that, the KU boys taking on Brookings in their consolation final. Meantime, here again, the first game of the day is final. 52-30. Henley falling to 0-2 on the season. Red Bluff improving to 2-1 on the season, and in the process, getting a bit of revenge against the Hornets, who beat them by 21 points last season. All right, one final time, want to thank everybody who made today's broadcast possible. Both head coaches, Red Bluff, Darren Nye, and Brian Stock of your Henley Hornets. Of course, Jason Freitas down here in Yreka, his whole staff for helping put on this wonderful tournament for the 70th year in a row. We'll be back later on today on mybasin.com. If you're listening on the radio, be sure you join us for that. Coming up with the live stream. Final score again, Red Bluff 52, Henley 30. This is Josh Eldridge saying so long for now on 104.3 and 960 Sports and mybasin.com.